Hello everybody! My name is Alice and I want to tell you the story about how a cow ate my swimsuit. Last year, I began studying at the university. At that time, I made lots of friends among my classmates. They were having so much fun, went to clubs and hung out in the park. But since I didn't have a lot of time to devote to sleep, I rarely went out with them. I had to study well. I was a good student back in school. I read lots of books and prepared for each lesson. In the university, I was always prepared for each class and lecture. My grades were all A's and B's. People sometimes joked that I was a bookworm, but I wasn't offended because I always did things properly. My parents were responsible and serious, and they taught me to be like that. They are very serious. Dad works at a design department and Mom works at a clinic. She is the head of the intensive care unit. Their work defined them, so during childhood I was disciplined and committed. I don't even remember them having anything for which to scold me except possibly for the length of my skirts. They just told me what to do and I did it. My dad always said that short skirts were indecent. Mom didn't use a lot of cosmetics because she was naturally very beautiful. I liked to use some perfumes. Dad was strict, but he loved me and always taught me that I should only have one love from youth to old age, as he had with Mom. After many years, they still loved each other and treated one another with tenderness. That's why I was always looking for my one true love and not settling for cheap, quick love affairs. My friends figured this out, and so they didn't push me about love or toward casual sex. They respected me for my views. I was always busy with my job and with preparing for university classes. When we didn't have school, my classmates asked me to go to the beach near our city. There were only a few of us and all of them were responsible people. But still, before saying yes or no, I called my dad. He asked where we were going and how long we'd be there. I thought these were normal questions from a father who had every right to know. The day was hot, school was over, and the holidays were coming. These things gave me quite a happy mood. We laughed, played volleyball, sang, and played the guitar. The place we chose was just perfect. It was near a shallow lake with a sandy shore. There was also a neat little house there that was just like in the pictures. At first I wondered what this hut is doing here. Then someone told us that it was the rancher's cabin. He works with cows from early in the morning until the sun goes down. And when he returns to the lake, the hut is cold, and there's cold water in a spring nearby. This place seemed fabulous to me. But most of all, I was attracted by the structure. There were 4 pillars covered with moss, and instead of a door, there was a curtain made of light fabric with polka dots. At the top stood a huge tank which was filled with water. During the day, the water becomes warm, almost hot, and it's nice to let that warm water run over your body. It was so tempting to try rinsing with warm spring water heated by the sun after the city water I was used to. I decided to be the first. I went into the shower and took off my swimsuit and threw it over a horizontal crossbar. I turned on the shower and held my face up, enjoying the warm water. Remembering that the water might run out and the shepherd might not have any for his shower, I quickly finished showering. Without raising my head, I put my hand up to the crossbar, but the swimsuit was not there. I began to tremble because I couldn't imagine how I could go out of the shower and appear in front of my friends with no clothes on. I looked through the cracks and suddenly I saw a red speckled cow that was chewing on my swimsuit. I could tell it was my suit by the strap sticking out of her mouth. I burst into tears. I was ready to faint. I wondered how I could get out of there unnoticed. It was a real challenge for me because I have always worn proper clothes and did not dress provocatively. And now I had to go out there naked. No. I decided that I would sit in the shower stall until dark. I didn't even think about how I was going to get into the city. Watching everything going on through the cracks in the fabric, I noted that no one was leaving. Everything was calm on the beach. Only now there were several more cows in view. I was annoyed that I didn't tell anyone where I went. Suddenly, I heard footsteps and the fabric at the door swung open. I jumped up and just stood still from surprise. A tanned man stood in front of me with a huge whip hanging over his shoulder. He was just as shocked as I was and sat down looking at me. I'm sure that he didn't even have time to consider what to do. He raised the curtain to cover me and asked, "Who are you?" I told him straight away that I was with a group of kids on the beach. He laughed, and in a few minutes he returned with my clothes. I was so grateful to him for saving me. For some reason, I was not particularly shy around him. Probably because I doubted I would ever see him again, or maybe because he looked at me with such tenderness and understanding that I immediately began to trust him. Without a shadow of a doubt, I knew he was a good person. When we said goodbye, he told me that in the future he should definitely make a coat hanger and put it on the inside of the shower so that such a thing could not happen again. Would you like to see more episodes? Support us by hitting like and subscribe. If you want to see your story in one of our videos, send it to this email address.